Octopath Traveler is rated T for teen by the ESRB. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Octopath Traveler. In the last episode, we traveled from Boulder Fall up here to Swarky, which took us from the Cliftlands to the Woodlands. In this episode, we're going to go and deal with Chapter 1 of Hamlet. The required recommended level is level 9. Let's get started. I understand it not, for what reason wouldst such a beast come to our woods? Doth this herald some greater ill that comes our way? Her name is Hamlet, and she is a hunter, one of the last descendants of her proud and ancient clan. She makes her home here in Swarky, deep in the dark wood. This seasoned huntress roams the forest with Lind, her fast friend, though her mind often turns to her master who left the village 1 year ago on a dangerous hunt, which he has yet to return. When a local noble came seeking aid, she answered the call, and was tasked with hunting a vicious beast that plagues the nearby forests. And so she makes for the Whisper Wood. With her loyal companion Lind at her side, she will need fierce allies on the path she has chosen. I will take Lind along, and like always, we will work on the intro, kind of get this background. 1 year ago.
Good. Thou hast yet to depart.
Waylaid by sentiment, my girl. It ill behooven me to leave without bidding my favorite prentice fare thee well.
A joke, as always. Will thy journey be long, master?
A good question, that. The request cometh from none other than the knights Ardent. The hunt will taken us to distant lands, and the beast we pursuin is a fearsome one.
I see.
Ha ha ha! Lookin' not so glum, girl. I'm no tyro with green arrows and bruises on his bow arm. I'll do the deed, and be back before 2 moons have passed. Still no smile? What is it, my girl?
'Tis not the hunt that concerneth me. Thou intendest to stop and off somewhere along the way.
Oh, here and there, mayhap. Why dost thou ask?
Thou forgettest or feignst ignorance, so I will remind thee. On the last hunt, thou gambledest away thy purse, and came back a poorer man than thou left.
Poorer in coin, mayhap. Yes, I did make a few wagers at the arena in Victor's Hollow. And learned that while I have a keen eye for assessing the strength of beasts, I am quite at a loss with men. A valuable lesson that was cheaply bought.
Not so cheap in the end. Eliza had to pay on thy debts, and thou only finishedst paying her back this last moon. Promise me, master, no more foolish gambling.
But what of the old hunter's saying? If the first arrow faileth, knock a second and try again.
Thou just madest that one up.
Come now, girl. Thou art too young by half for such world-weary sighs. Must thou makest our parting so gloomy?
I turn to thee, Hagen. Looking after Master, for he can rarely be bothered to looking after himself.
Even thou takest her side against me, old friend?
He knoweth good sense when he heareth it.
Growlest thou not at me, thou faithless turncoat?
Hail, Hamlet. Have you come to see us off?
I have come in to warn Master about straying from the path.
And I thank you for it. I do not have the leaves to pay another debt like that.
Have I not a single ally in this infernal village?
I am your friend, but I am also a knight ardent, and your client. You would do well not to forget this.
Not for a moment, most honorable Lady Eliza of the illustrious Knights Ardent.
That's more like it. Fear not. I'll keep him out of trouble. I'll have him fill his evenings penning a detailed account of our adventures on the hunt.
Taken care, and may thine arrows strike true. I shall look after the forest till the day of thy return.
Thank thee, my girl, and farewell.
A year hath passed since that day. In all that time, Master could only be bothered to send in a single letter.
Hamlet, 'tis me, thou revered master. Missest me? I won't bore thee with any blather about the weather or the season. Who knoweth when this will even arrive, after all? For 3 months now, I have pursued the trail of the beast sought by the Knights Ardent. A beast by the name of Red-Eye. That's their name for it, leastwise. As for its true name, if it even hath one, none can say. But on my father's bow, I swear 'tis the most vexing quarry I've ever had the misfortune to hunt in. It eludeth mine every trap, and, though thou may thinketh me mad for saying this, I swear it can even senseth every move I make. I know not if it is human intelligence or pure animal instinct, but either way, it refuseth to be caught. Still, we appear to have annoyed it sufficiently that it is moving on to new pastures. Judging from its behavior, I believe it meaneth to make for the lands around Stoneguard. I will be frank with thee, my girl, though thou'st always been able to see through my pretenses. The chase will be hard, and the hunt will not endeth soon. But fear not, for endeth it shall. Hast thou ever know'st your master to fail in a hunt? And so I ask thee, my dear apprentice, pray look after the village until I return. Oh, and be not a worrywart. Always thy friend and teacher, Xanta.
Never heard Master admitteth that any hunt would be difficult. Either this Red-Eye is truly the most formidable of beasts, or he stoppeth in every gambler's den from here to Stoneguard. But no, Master liketh to act in the fool, but when it cometh to hunting, if he saith he will catcheth his quarry, then catcheth it he will. Yes, Linda, I know. Master entrusted the safety of the village to me, My duty now is to the villagers. Come in. Let us visit in the headman, and see if anyone hath need of my bow.
And we're introduced to Hamlet, probably one of the more interesting characters. She will be another member of my team.
Hello.
I haven't taken a day off from training in 10 moons. One day I'll be... Oh, it's this again. Okay, so since we already talked to everyone prior, let's make our way to him.
I am Hamlet.
I am Hamlet. Headman, how might my bow serveth ye today?
Hello.
Every day thou comest here seeking work. Sometimes I wonder if thou art truly thy master's prentice. But jesting aside, no, there is no hunt today.
I see.
Is there aught else I might do? Well, the youngsters are always in need of lessons. Thou couldst given them a lesson or two in bowmanship. The clan of the Darkwood inherited the lore of the beasts and the trees. Yet today only thou and Xanta can truly use that lore. Why, when I was a mere stripling... Yes, I have heard your stories before, and I know how long they are. Long-winded tales are the vice of many an old man. My apologies, child. But if thou couldst show in the youngsters the way of the hunt, I would be grateful.
I'm asking ye.
I saw 2 of them waiting eagerly in the square. Perhaps thou couldst start in with them?
Yes.
It will be done. So this is going to introduce us to Hamlet's ability. Try pressing Y in front of a townsperson. Hamlet can use beasts to provoke people in battle.
Leave it to me.
Might I show you the fruits of my training?
Fortune smile.
I've learned much since last thou sawest me beholden. So we do get this, which allows us to battle. And Hamlet has an interesting method of battling.
What next?
We only get to use enemies or beasts.
What next? Let in my arrow fly and true.
Lind has an infinite amount of summons, so you can keep summoning her back and back and back. But Hamlet has a unique ability in that she can capture other enemies and use them in battle.
Now then.
Thou growest adept at fighting,
So,
but thou must be more cautious than ever, for thou now knowest just enough to get in thyself in trouble.
Oh.
I will thank thee, Hamlet. So actually what I'm going to do is, while Hamlet is the character that I like to use,
let us hunt him.
there is another that I would prefer more than her.
Come in, if thou darest.
Just because provoke is a little bit odd to use, and there's a better form of battle than provoke. Maybe Hamlet is actually quite strong here. Well, dost thou feelest more attuned to thy surroundings?
Yep.
Yes, I feel much more able to anticipating where swift quarry might dartest next.
Excellent.
Very good, and important to lesson that.
Hello there.
Huntress Hamlet.
Hmm?
What is it?
Well...
The headman sent me to find thee. He said he must speaketh with thee right away.
Understood.
Then I will make haste. He is at home, I take it?
That's right.
Yes. Follow me. An urgent hunt, mayhaps?
Greetings.
Headman, ye wished to see me? Yes, a request has come in from a demesne of Lord Ciaran. It would seem a beast hath strayed into his provincial forest,
I see.
and he will it gone. Just so. He asketh for our best hunter. And while Master Zantan is off on the hunt, that meaneth thee. Understood.
I'm asking ye.
Always remember, Hamlet, since time immemorial, ours has been a village of great hunters and huntresses. Yes, far and wide beyond the edges of the dark wood, our home. The bards sangeth of our exploits, and all the realm laud fair Swarky as the home of the true hunter. Is that not how it went?
Egads!
Oh, have I told it that many times? Long-winded tales, my dear. Are the vice of an old man, yes. As for the hunt, I am ready when needed.
Splendid!
Excellent. Lord Ciaran's messenger awaiteth inside. He will telleth thee all thou needst to know.
I am ready.
I will speak to him at once.
I'm asking ye.
Hamlet, prithee do not, Master Zanta, would thee not?
Fair befall.
Of course. Thank ye.
Well met.
My apologies for the urgency of the matter, but monsters pay little heed to the convenience of men.
Nay.
I am here to serve. Telling me more about this beast. Your quarry is to be a fearsome beast that has wandered into the Whisper Wood from the God's nowhere. A monster that hath strayed from its home?
Yes.
Aye, just this morning a merchant and an injured companion fetched up at our manor in frightful shape. As one man told it, the other was in no condition to speak. Their caravan had been waylaid by the beast, and they were the only survivors.
This bodeth ill.
How dost thou knowin this creature was responsible?
Well, actually...
Lord Ciaran's scholars were called upon to investigate the matter. From the merchant's testimony, they concluded the men were attacked by a savage beast known as a Jasharma.
Truly?
I have heard of this creature. Its baleful roar would make it an unlikely fit for the tranquil Whisperwood. His lordship is most anxious to protect his subjects, needless to say. He seeks the help of the most capable hunter in this village, and so, in Master Zanta's absence, we turn to you. What say you, Hamlet? Will you free our fair province of this unholy menace?
I am ready.
Tell thy lord that I shan't fail him. Indeed. There is a dignity about you that Master Zanta lacks, but I see you share his passion for the calling. I hope you will continue to inherit only his better qualities. Master is a fine teacher. He showeth by example both what a hunter oughteth and oughteth not be doing. Well said. It would seem we are in safe hands indeed. Yes, thou art. And so I must do my duty and hunt the beast. Thine offer is a generous one, yet the path ahead is fraught with danger. How curious Lind judgeth thee worthy. It is not often she warmeth to strangers. I shall accept in thine offer. Lend me thy strength in battle. The monster hath been sighted in the Whisper Woods. It is there that we must go. And we got our last party member. The reason why I say last party member is because in-game, you're only allowed 4 people in your party. So the remaining... Ooh, come on. Okay, okay. Okay, there we go. So the remaining 4 people that you see here, Ophelia, Cyrus, Tressa, and Ulbrich, there we go. They can still join into your party, but they won't be following you like Hamlet, Alphen, Therion, and Primrose are. That being said, that does depend on how bad things go, that we may switch up and change the party. Shadow Soulstone.
Now, let us hunt him.
Okay, so we have...
I am ready.
We have a new battle companion, Hamlet. Hamlet utilizes the bow, the axe to attack. So, quite a couple of abilities. Rain of Arrows is a great one. I was expecting a better result.
I am ready.
Rain of Arrows was one of my favorite abilities because it allowed you to attack multiple enemies at once. In battle. This was before I found Primrose. Hamlet was my first playthrough's initial choice. We loved the idea of the hunter just going around in the trees with nothing but your weapons and abilities. And it was a really great character choice. But as we went further, we found Ulbrich, who does the exact same thing as Hamlet, and we became mixed concerns on who we would want.
Bring it on.
For example, I wanted to keep Hamlet in our party because we had to, but we found that Ulbrich was stronger with physical attacks.
Rain and arrows up on them.
Oh, I must have missed all those shots.
What's yours?
Let's steal from you.
I am ready. Night Ode.
And
Bring your
Night
shade.
Ode.
Bring it on.
What next? The hunt endeth.
I think I will stick with Hamlet. I know Provoke is a little harder to manage with the combat mechanic that provoke functions under. But I just love Hamlet so much more than Ulrich. Alfin is definitely changing. I like Alfin as a character, but his replacement character that I have in mind is a better choice. Let's break that one.
I am ready.
Strong shot, missed. Interesting, the arrow didn't work. Night Ode. Bring the shade.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Out of my way.
Wildfire? Oh, it is weak to fire.
Bring it on.
Well, that was useful. I discovered something of use.
All right.
Ooh, these guys have sleep abilities? That's not happening.
I am ready. Night Ode.
Night
Bring your
Ode.
shade.
Defeated.
The show is over.
And perfect. Okay. So we continue this path and we reach the Whisper Wood. Danger level 7. Spirits have in mercy. This was not done in the name of survival. The Gisarma sought not food, it sought sport and wanton slaughter. It slew these men and beasts for no reason other than as a fearsome show of its dreadful power. Doggies.
This bodeth ill.
I see thou tremblest, little one. Thine heart is filled with fear. Thou witnessed what the beast did. It maddeth thee, bear witness. Patience. I shall return and attend to the fallen. But first they shall be avenged.
If thou wilt,
Wilt thou protect them, friend, until my return?
thou hast my thanks.
Thank thee. I shall return anon. Gosh, this is awful. I hate olden English. To eaten, to be to been eaten. This is the fate and the privilege of any beast of the forest. A life for a life, so it hath been since the dawn of time.
Unacceptable.
But to slay and for sport, for pleasure or greed, is to betray in the law of nature. Each time a creature taketh more than it needeth, a part of the forest dieth. I hunt not merely to keep in lorn Kirian's people safe. I hunt to save in the forest itself. This is why Hamlet is such an interesting character in my mind. Just because of how intense she is with her love of nature and the forest. You don't see characters talk or behave the way she does. Also, this is a maze.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
Let's see, we have some new vulnerabilities. Dagger did nothing.
I am ready.
Dagger did something. axe
Come
did
in,
something.
if thou darest.
Perfect. As
Knighthood,
always, Knight
bring your
Ode
shade.
here. Sweet.
Come in, if thou darest.
Axe.
Thou didst fight with courage.
Perfect. JP 18. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna jump into skills. We can learn a new skill. The Panther Dance, the Bewildering Grace, or the Peacock Strut. Elemental attack. We have ice, fire, and technically with Hamlet we can get lightning. So we have all the basic elements. Let's go with the Peacock Strut. We are 20 points away for him. We can now do another, and I think I will do Steel SP. And we do have some points for Hamlet. We're gonna do Arrow Storm for the beginning. And the reason why is because it is a truer form of her Rain of Arrows ability. Now let's equip some support. Gain a 50% chance of counterattacking after being targeted by a physical attack. That is quite good, especially for Primrose. Can't do anything with you. When using a non-damaging skill on a foe, there's a 50% chance you will attack as well. That will be good because this means when I steal, I can still get an attack in. And Hamlet doesn't have an ability yet. So let's walk around. Shadow Soulstone. It's odd that the chests are giving Shadow Soulstones when enemies are not weak to Shadow. Okay. Oh. Weaker. Oh, man.
I am ready.
That went for the wrong battle.
Knighthood, bring your shade.
Knight Ode did nothing. Arrow Storm.
My turn.
Let's steal from that one. And attack? Nope.
What's yours?
Steal from this one. And attack.
Fuck death.
There we
I am
go.
ready. Knighthood, bring your shade. The show is over.
Hamlet is gaining a lot of levels quickly, which is good because she does need to catch up. Inspiring Plum. Okay. We are hitting on 30 minutes, but I think we're going to go on just a little bit longer because I think I'm actually approaching the end of the mission. Before I forget, okay. So right up here is another pomegranate. Okay. We're gonna save here. And in the next episode, guys, we're going to finish off Hamlet's Chapter 1. As you can tell, we are approaching the end. And because of that, we will actually spend some time in Swarky afterwards, talk to people as a result of completing the mission, and do things like that. If you liked what you saw, please leave a comment in the comment section below, mash that like button, and subscribe if you have not for more Octopath Traveler content. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!